In studio, John Jaronczyk, Corrections Officer of the Beverly Association, biggest man in organized labor. Let's show a handshake here. Look at the size of these meat hooks. Now, buddy, when you listen to the show, you're going to be so mad at me. But I got to ask, dude. Do you get neck aches having to duck in every doorway you come in?
Next question, Chris.
Listen, it's not funny what's going on in the Nassau jail right now with the sheriff putting these criminals together like sardines. And you've brought some pictures. Show them to me here.
Right. All right. Well, in the
What is this?
This is one of our more recent slashings. I know it's radio, so the listeners aren't going to be able to see it, but we are taping it.
But if you go to our YouTube channel, they can see exactly what this is. Oh my God!
This is one of our most recent slashings. This inmate took 230 stitches to the face because of an inmate-on-inmate slashing. Here's one of the weapons they recovered. You can see it's an X-Acto blade. It's about a 2 3/4 inch X-Acto blade.
Where would they get something like that?
There's a variety of ways they can smuggle those things in.
And buttholes and stuff like that, like you see in TV. Let's be honest.
It is, and our technology is so old and antiquated that a lot of our scanners and stuff wouldn't even pick up a metal that.
Why can't you guys get new scanners?
Because everything costs money. Everything costs money.
Yeah, but I'm reading that all these executives are getting major raises. How much is a new scanner cost as compared to giving the assistant to the assistant press secretary a $30,000 a year raise?
Right. Well,
you see what my point here?
I get your point.
Frig.
Running a jail is very expensive.
Okay.
And it's something that our sheriff should be a little more proactive instead of reactive. He reacts to things. He doesn't proactively try to stop some of these incidents. Our jail count has been down now. It's at its historical lows. We're under 1,100.
Okay.
When I first started 25 years ago, we were at 1,800, 1,900.
So that's a good thing.
It's not necessarily a good thing.
Oh, it's not?
It's
Why
not
not
necessarily a good thing because, we have areas in the jail that are closed, and our gang count has gone up so much that now, like this time last year, we had maybe 15, 20% identified gang members inside a housing area.
Okay.
Now, because he's closed and consolidated all these inmates into one area, we have some housing areas that have over 40% identified gang members. Now, when I say I get identified gang members, there's a lot of inmates that gang unit has not identified that are active gang members. So, when an officer's going in that dorm, anywhere from 7 out of 10, 8 out of 10 of the inmates inside that dorm are gang members. Some of them are rival gang members that are fighting each other. We don't want to see our officers get injured.
No.
We don't want to see an officer look like this.
Yeah.
And that
happened to you guys last year, I remember.
Right. We've had, in the last 4 months, we've had 6 inmate slashings. In my 25-year history, I don't think I've had 6 inmate slashings in the whole time I worked there. It's definitely a recent spike, and it's a dangerous place.
Because they're closing, they're shutting down parts of the jail. They're packing these criminals in like sardines.
They're consolidating the inmates into other areas.
And it's creating friction, and it's only a matter of time before one of your members dies.
And we want to see the sheriff be more proactive on this. We want to see him expand the gang unit. We want to see him open up other areas so he can spread the inmates around and ease the tension.
What's weird to me is, like, okay, these people all have backstories. Criminals are criminals, boo frickin' who, right? But what concerns me is you're coming on to radio, which is not cheap. And your union's given us support, and we appreciate that. You're coming out and advocate actually for the safety of the inmates. I don't get it. I mean, I thought you're a corrections officer. What do you care about these people?
Because the safety of the inmates is important for the safety of the officers.
Gotcha.
We're trying to keep a well-maintained, a safe environment inside that jail because for the safety of the officers.
I gotcha. But you're not heartless. Can I say that you care and hope that these men become and women become rehabilitated and make it back, or is it a revolving door?
A lot of times in corrections, it is a revolving door. But correction officers are not heartless. They do want to see these individuals, make something out of themselves and not come back.
Yeah, I see.
But a lot of times it is a revolving door.
Let's talk about your hearts. You do the charity work that you do every year. You do the canoe race for kids, which is always a revolving charity for whoever in the Nassau County community needs a hand. I think you had a member whose son was sick.
Right, he had childhood leukemia. Yes.
Okay. What happened?
He's okay.
So what happened to that kid?
Well, he's still recovering. It's probably been about 2 years since he's been diagnosed, and he is going through his process, but he is making strong gains.
That's better. That's better. And you also do every year. You do this huge toy drive,
right?
For who is it? Knights of Columbus or something?
We do toy drives around Christmas time. We host a children's holiday party at AHRC for the mentally retarded kids in Brookville. Throughout the year, we're always donating to other causes. Nassau County Correctional Officers do try to give back to the community.
Yeah, well, you do. I definitely know that. And if you go to nassaucoba.com, you can check out exactly what you're talking about. And what can the public do? I mean, we got an audience in New Jersey. We got an audience here in the Big Apple, of course, Long Island. What can the public do? Anything to really give you a hand? Can we write a letter? Can we go out and rally? I mean, is there anything that the public can do to give you a hand?
We'd like the public to just be aware of the violence that's going on inside that place.
Mm-hmm.
People drive down Carmen Avenue in East Meadow. They don't even realize there's a jail in there.
No.
And everyone just thinks it's just a drunk tank. We want them to be aware of the violence in there. We want them to be aware of the dangers that my officers face every day. And they should be writing to County Executive Mangano and the sheriff to try to advocate for our guys and try to, men and women, and to try to provide a safer environment for our officers.
All right, so, Brian, what I want you to do is ucommblog.com. Let's get a special interest story up there about what JJ's working on with the corrections officers, okay? So we'll get that up.
All right.
Link up how we can send emails and even letters to County Executive Ab Mangano. All right? I'll put in a call, too, try to get you a new scanner.
Right.
If it happens, well, what do you think?
Like I said, we're trying to get the sheriff to be more proactive. He should be opening up other housing areas to ease some of the tensions. He should be putting more officers in the gang unit so he could actively search these inmates out and try to keep them separated.
Okay.
And that provides the safety for the inmates, but also provides the safety for the officers.
We don't think enough of our corrections officers. It's a job I would never, ever, ever want to do. Thank God that you do it, because I'm scared of jail, and I'm scared of gangs, to be honest with you. But hey, when you're on the side of righteousness, and you're a hard worker, and you care about your community, you got to take a good look at guys like JJ and say thank you so much for the work you do, brother. You do good work, man. Okay, thanks.